Hello, I'm Lauren, and welcome to Improving the World. I'm an international improviser based in Hong Kong, and I speak to amazing improv women all over the world. Today, being no different, I talk to Nele Kießling. She is in Göttingen, Germany, and we are talking about connection with the audience. She, being a moderator as much as an improviser, is great at telling you how you can share your energy so that you then get the best out of the audience as well. Great advice. And also, what happens, it happens to us all, if you don't have a great connection with the audience. What do you do? So some words of wisdom to help you through that moment. If you have not already, do subscribe, please, to the channel, and I hope that you enjoy. So happy to have you, Nele. Hello.
Hello.
Now, you are, my love, an improviser and a trainer and a moderator. You worked in an educational setting, teaching the people for many years about performance. Also, in terms of moderation, live panels, manage the audience and the stuff in your head and the people. Of course, using improv for all of that. So we're going to talk today about the connection with the audience. To start, tell me about the different kinds of audiences that you as an improviser and moderator work with.
I'm working with a different amount of people. So sometimes I'm playing in an off theater for, 30 people. And sometimes I'm working with 3,000. So also during moderation, I have bigger audiences and I have totally different rooms. So sometimes it's a theater, sometimes it's exhibition halls, sometimes it's on the floor between the things, or in a cafe, or at the wedding, or in a cellar. So I feel I have very different surroundings, different people, of course, different age, business people. So it's very different, giving me the challenge to connect to those people because they have different needs.
I have this image in my head that you have been given a brief or a job and you go to the job, but it turns out it's a totally different one. You think you're going to be, like sitting on the floor with the people who love cats or something, man. And then you get there and it's a bunch of corporate people and you're like, oh, whoops.
Yes, it's mostly like that, right? I have an imagination of what it could be, and then it's so different. And this is always, again, like a big adrenaline in my body, like, okay, I have to change my plans.
Yeah. So how does improv connect you with the audience? And maybe I would say differently than other art forms and different other performance.
I make a big step backwards because as a child, my mother was working in the theater. So since I'm little, I was sitting more in a theater than in a cinema. And I was watching shows over and over again. And I remember sitting in the audience. I loved the most when I could see mistakes happening, like text is missing or somebody had to improvise. I loved it because I felt this is now happening with me here in the audience, and this is so special and never will happen again. And I felt so connected to the actor or the actress. And when I started improv, I was 16. I was so thrilled by being in this connection on the other side to really reach out for the people, to have eye contact and to give them also the feeling this is the first and only time it is like that. I think that's a big part of it, feeling this connection.
I love little you in the back of the theater, checking the script, like they missed a line.
Yes.
Yeah.
So excited talking to my mother afterwards. And so that's, I think, the difference to, I was really leaning into that. When is mistake happening? When do they have to improvise? Or sometimes in plays, when I was sitting there, actors were going in the audience when it was a special way of doing it. I was so excited. And when I discovered improv as a teenager, it's part of it. So I was so thrilled that this is really officially part of this art form, that I can connect to the audience and can talk to them. And there's not this fourth wall. That made me happy because it was more like a party than something to watch from the outside.
How do you connect with the audience, and how do you leverage the presence of all these people in the room? So, of course, we're hearing them laugh and that kind of stuff, but how do you connect with them?
I connect with them just regularly. I try before a show to connect with them, whatever it is, to be with the people, not hide in the back or just have a short look or go through or whatever, to have a bit of the feeling, how is the feeling there tonight? What kind of people are there? Are they knowing each other or whatever? And then when I step on stage, and most of the show depends on the format, there's including moderation part, hello part, what do I need from you and what do you get from me part. And then I really try to talk to people, even if I'm very excited or so. I try to connect. I walk into the audience when it's possible with the format. I try to have eye contact, and I try really to see people and make them feel that they are seen. And also I have this bigger view. So this is a point out view to single persons. I have this bigger view of really reaching out for the whole feeling. What is it? Can I make them laugh if it's needed for the format? Can I touch them? Can I make them think or so? So I try in the first minutes to reach there. And as more experience I get, the more I'm easier with this feeling, getting this connection. So this is a part. And the second part is during my show, staying in this connection without also asking stuff or ask force or whatever, to work with the themes where we could be connected of the day. Like what happened today? What can we connect to? What are themes in our society that could touch you or reach you? So it depends, of course, of the audience and the content, but this is also a chance to share and to go into connection. After the show, it's for me also part to go outside there, to talk to people, to hear what they think, or maybe not, or just let them be themselves, not to run in their arms or jumping on their backs. How was I? How was I? Of course not that. But yeah, offer me as a person to talk to. I think that's the main part.
Okay, I'll stop jumping on people's backs. Maybe it's getting on.
Yeah. You know, getting older.
I mean, you're talking so much about the human connection on different kinds of levels, especially in not the pre and post show, but really in that performance space. One of the things that's so interesting about people, I attribute this to how dogs know that the rain is coming, or the person is sad and the puppy is sad and they're like, why are you sad, human? We can feel that too, right? So when you are on stage and you are uncomfortable, people feel it, they sense it through you somehow. You're projecting that. So what do you think about how,
Yeah, I'm so with you on this page. I really think the audience smells your passion. They really smell how you are and what is there. And a big part of it, I guess, it's just this empathy part. Like people feel with you, they're mirroring what's happening with you. So when I'm on stage and I'm a lazy asshole actress there, just doing my routine stuff, or I don't care about whatever, or when I play without really offering all the risk I have and being the best I can on this day, in this condition, in the moment, and in the connection to the audience. So I think they really can relate to that. I mean, not everyone, but I can offer it. This is the best thing I can do, I would say.
Do you have tips for people about how they can make sure that they avoid the laziness and sweat passion so that it can be smelled?
I think as soon as you in general have the feeling that you're getting lazy, so that you're a bit bored or using the same patterns or stuff and not being passionate about it, because sometimes it's also fun to use same patterns, you have to change something. You have totally to change something to get back into the adrenaline feeling and to get into a risky zone, whatever that means. That means like at one point, try really to talk to the audience, make your own challenge about something, use a theme you read in the news today, you're so passionate about. So search for your passion in that, because it's worth it, I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm glad that you mentioned the news. Actually, the news is one of those things that, because it's happening to us all the time, whether or not you choose to engage or read it, it is happening, right? And so it is going to affect you, or in some sort of 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon way, affect someone that you know, and therefore you. Do you use and make sure that you're apprised of the news to inform your art and that connection with the audience?
Yes, absolutely. For me, it's very important to read and see and watch and be updated about the news every day. Even if there's a show coming and it doesn't matter what kind of aesthetics or format I'm going to play, this is the chance for this art form to be updated. Go into the connection. Hey, we had an experience today about something in the news. Let's have this on stage, maybe in different meaning or whatever, but let's have an opinion about it in what we are doing on stage. So yes, for me, it's very important. And also, besides news and being updated every day and using that for a connection, it's also what are relevant themes in improv in general. For me right now, it's how to put feministic themes on stage in an entertaining way, not with a big finger, but being there, playing with it a bit to seduce the people, not like the dog, more like the cat with a with the tale, a little bit seducing, you know, with the themes. I like that very much. This is an important part, being connected to themes that I find important for society, or what I hear what's important for society, to relate to that, because this is the big chance of connection, because we don't write a script, we can't prepare and make research and rewrite it and whatever, but we can be updated.
Tell me more about this seduction. That was a really great analogy. Tell me about how you draw people in. That's a connection too, right? This is a way that you pull them into the web of intrigue and the art form. How do you choose to do that? And tell me more about the integration of feminism in the work that you're doing.
Nice question. It's a challenge to answer to. I like to use very serious themes with a big bunch of humor. So I remember saying out loud things that maybe you should not say out loud in a character is so much fun. So I have my costume on and I can do everything. And I remember this feministic show about sex I just had in Amsterdam. We had a premiere there with 3 other ladies. And I was seeing myself standing on the microphone. It was more of a performance than an improv. I was standing there and talking about body parts, very open, like which I want to be used or want to be kissed at or whatever. What do I like or not like? I mean, the character was doing it, but I was doing it in a very dumb and strange, in a very comedian way. Oh, it's so difficult to say in English, but it had so much fun in it. But I was talking about something very serious. So finding the playful way of saying it. And after maybe there's a taste of, oh, wait a minute, what was the content? She was doing it so funny, but what was she talking about? So I think that's maybe describing a little bit like the tail and not the dog or the...
Yeah, I think that for me, some of the most engaging content is sometimes, as you say, not the stuff that's beating someone over the head, but it's more like laying down a honey trap, right? You are being a character, saying something in a scene that is offering thought possibilities, suggestion, or challenge. Part of, for me, the joy is that I'm putting ownership on the character. Lauren didn't say that. You don't need to worry about that. That's all good. That.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love, it just pops in my mind, to play with the expectations. Like you're playing a whole scene about a high status dentist. I don't know, I don't have a better picture right now. And for everyone, it's sure the dentist is of course a man, because maybe it's also a man playing or whatever. And then just in the end of the scene, you just give him a woman's name. And this is so much fun to just play with the expectations and to, oh no, that was mean. You fucked my brain right now a little bit, you know? So playing with a little bit. A bit of fighting, but only a tail. Yeah. Because if not, people are going very fast. I'm losing connection. I think I'm using humor and also, hey, I like you guys, but I want to tell you something in a nice way. I like to be nice to people, but putting my content in the face in a nice way, like an appetite.
I like you, but think about this.
Thank you.
Okay, and tell me what happens if we don't have a connection? So everyone's had that show where you're just going, this isn't going so well. They don't feel it. It's not vibing. It's just not resonating the right frequency. Yeah. What do you do? How do you manage that? How do you get out of that? Or like, do you just run away? You already paid it. Bye, just run.
I just run and throw up somewhere in a corner. No, it's horrible, of course, and we all know this feeling, right? And when you're working in this professional area, you're booked for business and all that stuff to survive as an artist. Yeah, what do? I try to not give up. Sometimes it's getting worse, but I really try not to give up. I'm focused, of course, on my stage, on my partner, to stay with the quality we're doing there. But when people are going like that, of course, I feel it. Sometimes I reach out for more. I try to go into it. I try to talk to people. I try to find that person who looks into my eyes, that they see, okay, something is happening there and he's not going crazy over there, whatever. If that's all not happening, I just stay breathing and stay connected on stage and try to do good scene work, because I can do it. I can do it. It's just, there's more quality and more passion when I'm connected to the audience, because this is a big part of improvising. I can do it without, but it's not as good. So I do my job.
And you know, for me, it's not even this person so much, it's this person. Can I tell you, Boris, put your phone down. That person is the one. I'm so boring that you need to be on Twitter right now. Is that what's up? And I know that like your friend is late and you're messed.
Also this corner, is it edge? Wall, I don't know, when I really feel the people are pissing me off because they're really not treating me at all nice, even worse. And then there's this picture Jim Libby once told me, like he said, I think he said it way more sexier, better English. He said, I'm not a person who have a slut, not a slut, it's something different.
like
you know, like you can put money in.
Oh yeah,
like,
a slot.
Slut, okay, because I thought,
yeah, a slot.
Okay, because it also sounds like a prostitute, and I just want to be sure that I'm not talking about that.
That's SLUT versus SLOT. Very close. And I suppose if a slut had a slot, it would be easier to obtain the sluttiness.
Yes. So I'm not that person. He said that once, like you cannot just put money in there and then I'm entertaining. Should not work like that in improv. So even if I don't have connection and there are assholes in front of me treating me bad, I have always the option to stop playing. I think that's a chance. If I'm treated bad, goodbye, thank you very much. Never happened till now, of course. But in the end, I'm just professional and do my job and then leave and say, fuck you.
Yeah. And I also think that what you said is so crucial because to what we said earlier, what I project and share and how I feel is felt by them. That if I dial my energy back into the person with me on stage or to the mime on stage or to my character, if I bring my energy away from Boris on his phone and I come back inside here, by my paying closer attention and spending my energy here, I will project more intrigue, more of this, and then I can get people to be like, wait a minute, I'll put my phone down.
Absolutely. And I think what you just said, really, it's about discipline when you're professional. It's about discipline, not to get distracted too much when it's really going the horrible way. Because I really think, like we talked about it maybe before, how I feel on stage, they will feel. If I'm scared, they feel I'm scared, whatever they do with that in the bad picture, right? So they full of self-esteem and do my thing and enjoy as much as I can because it's mirroring anyhow, right? So that's my job.
Gorgeous. Right then, it's that time. If you would like to share words of wisdom, I invite you. Do you have anything that you want to say to either the younger version of yourself, to the improv community or performers at large, or the moderators potentially who have found us, or to the random person hiding in the depths of the internet alone at their computer who found us today on YouTube? Hello, person.
Oh, so many options. I think I have two things. I want to talk to the younger version of me. I would say you can do it. Go for it. Be brave. I would love to have hear that a bit earlier. And in general, for everyone, even if you're new on this channel and don't know what's improvising, it's an art form. Take care of the art, the way you watch it, what you watch, what you pay, what you play, what you create. How do you think about it? And keep learning.
Yeah, mic drop, job done. I like what you pay and what you play. I like the both of them. That's quite enjoyable. Yes, I'll take it, yes. And finally, if people are in the area, now I'm going to open up my map again here and butcher the name of this. Now, I would say Göttingen, but there's no way it's pronounced like that.
It's close. You're really good in saying this. Also, my name, you say it very good. Göttingen. You say it good.
Göttingen, okay.
Say my forename again. You say it so nicely.
Nele.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it.
If people are in the general region or potentially, she said, looking at a map, maybe they're in Hanover or over in, we have a place called Bad Hersfeld. Why is it so? What is wrong with it? Hersfeld?
I will say nothing about that. Let's just have this moment.
Okay, but if anyone's there, it's bad. They should leave and come over to hang out with you. But if anyone is in the general area, and want to come to a show or they want to buy you, let's just get stereotypical, like a beer and a schnitzel. I don't know, maybe a tofu schnitzel if you're a forward-thinking kind of lady, a tofitzel, something. And they want to hang out and hear your beautiful thoughts, take classes and listen to you on the floor with the people who like cats. How can people find you on this big internet?
I have a website. It's nelekiessling.de. Is that the right way of saying it? I hope so. And I'm in social media, in Facebook and Instagram. Please contact me, of course. Mainly, I'm not very often in Göttingen. Normally, I'm driving all over the country. I'm mostly in the train. I can come nearly everywhere.
Nice. Thank you for utilizing your mass transportation. Appreciate that. Thank you. The earth says thank you. I am the messenger.
Oh, thank you so much for this interview. This was so much fun.
Thank you so much. And thank you all for tuning in and taking the time to listen. I appreciate it so much. This is Improving the World. I'm Lauren, and there's more where that came from. Bye, everyone. So, did you love the video? If you did, please say kind and wonderful things in the comments down below. And you know you should subscribe if you're feeling sassy or even not. And look for more Improving the World.